Well, my name is Katie. I've been teaching since about fall of 2022. I'm a nurse at heart. ER is where my heart lies. I'm not in the ER anymore, but that's where I started my career, and that's where I still identify. And I saw people at their worst days. And a lot of it could be preventable, right? And so that's where my shift into preventative medicine really came in, and I realized how important that was. And instead of focusing on sick care, I really want to focus, and I'd like to change the world, maybe one bit at a time, into healthcare, right? Focusing on our health and our wellness. So for me, I stumbled into a hot room many years ago, and I've had a Bikram practice, 26-2 practice, for about 6-7-ish years now, and I absolutely love it. And I love the power of the hot room. It's healing mentally, physically, emotionally, in all the ways. And so I started teaching, and I realized how great I felt, and I was like, man, I want to make somebody else feel that way. Maybe my classes are about an hour long. Maybe at about 45 minutes you don't feel great, but I promise when you walk out the door you feel amazing. I see some nods from some people that look very familiar. So with that, let's get into some mat Pilates based. About 20 minutes here. You're always welcome to make the posture fit your body. You do not have to fit your body to the posture, okay? With that, let's go ahead and lie onto our back. So feet towards the front here, head towards the back wall. You can go ahead and bend those knees up here. We're gonna start in just a nice relaxed position. Those feet are about maybe 6 to 8 inches apart, just in line with the hip bones there. Excuse me. Those heels should be close into the booty. And then you're gonna take your hands, and to start, we're gonna take those hands, and one hand is gonna rest on top of your chest, and then I want one hand to rest on top of your belly. Now Pilates the original term of Pilates was called contrology. So controlling every movement, very, very precise, staying very focused, staying very aware, and imagining that every single movement that goes through your body originates from deep under your belly button. So imagine right now, even if you wanted to move your right pinky finger, maybe you wiggle it just a little bit, where did that movement originate? The goal of Pilates is for that to start in our belly, in our core. And our core is not just that beautiful six-pack abs that we all maybe wish to have one day, maybe not. The core is from top of the shoulders to the bottom of the glutes. So that is your powerhouse. So underneath that belly button, you feel that ripple start to move. You feel that strength start to build. You feel that contraction. And then it goes up to your shoulder. Strong shoulder goes wide. Then it goes down your arm, and then that pinky finger moves. So think about that as we're moving the body here for the next 20 minutes. If your eyes are closed, maybe we open them up. Maybe we take a soft gaze. We look down towards our kneecaps. We want to take that spine, and we want to think about elongating it down the back. So maybe you think about pressing the back of the neck into the floor just a little bit there, just to lengthen out that spine. And maybe if you press the back of the head into the floor, maybe you feel your back muscles start to fire up, those extensors down the side of the spine. I want you to take a deep inhale here, in through the nose, and I want you to inhale into the sides of the lungs here. The hand on the belly stays nice and flat. Open the mouth, powerful exhale out. So good. So as we inhale into the sides of the lungs through the nose. Our belly stays nice and contracted, keeps our body nice and steady. And then on that exhale, it's like we're fogging a mirror from far away. Should feel really strong. The rib cage tracks down and in towards one another on that exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale here. Inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth. Powerful exhale. So good. This is the only place in the world that I feel okay to hear people breathe. Anywhere else, I don't want to hear anyone breathe. But in here, I want to hear it. Take those hands, press them on the sides of your ribcage now. So now we're going to feel that exact same breath, but in a different space. So sides of the ribcage, up just on the chest there. Inhale as you feel that breath. Push out into those hands, filling just the ribcage. Open the mouth, exhale it out. And then you feel those hands drive in and down towards one another. 2 more times there. Inhale. Fill those lungs. Exhale. Feel those pinky fingers drive in and down towards one another on that exhale. 1 more time. These look so good. Inhale. Into the lungs. Exhale. those rib cages drive in towards one another. So good. I want you to take those hands, press them into the mat next to your body. So long down the mat. Now take those shoulder blades, roll them down and together in the back. Really strengthen that spine and then re-engage those arms. These look good. Now, before we get into our first bridge here, I want to bring some awareness to that spine. Who just started that? And now we're going to continue on to that. So I want you to think about taking a little bit of a cat-cow or an extension and flexion of that spine in the lower spine. So as you're laying there, think about creating a little tunnel underneath your spine and the mat, and then think about pressing the spine into the floor. Just a little rock of that pelvis. You rock it so that you have a little bit of a tunnel, and then you push the spine into the floor and tuck that pelvis down. So just a little bit of a movement, tiny little movement. You feel it. You can see it. Maybe I can't see it so big, but you create that little bit of a movement. So that's where we want to focus on. When we have that little bit of a tunnel, that's that arch spine, and we want to keep that, we want to keep the opposite of that. We want to push that spine into the floor. Feel how that feels. Think about pressing every vertebrae into the floor. That's where our spine is going to be through our bridge series here. Start to inhale here as you push the rib cage into the floor in the back. Think about elongating that spine, tuck the pelvis under. On your exhale, start to lift your tailbone, tuck the pelvis under, curl your vertebrae up, one vertebrae at a time comes up, 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 and then you're in your first bridge of your day. So good. Think about pressing your weight into all four corners of each foot here. Think about side squeezing those glutes, and think about making that space between the bottom of the pelvis and the bottom of the rib cage and the top of the pelvis, teeny, teeny, tiny. So really tuck that belly under. So as we were doing that cat-cow in that supine position, think about pressing the spine into the floor. That's how we really want to feel that contraction here. These look so good. Take a peek down, see those kneecaps. Eyes are open. Yes. Inhale again here at the top. Fill the lungs, not the belly. On your exhale, slowly release one vertebrae at a time, all the way down, all the way down. The pelvis stays tucked under until you're all the way down, and then that tailbone touches the floor, and then the pelvis untucks. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale here, think about pushing the bottom ribs into the floor in the back. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under, and then peel your vertebrae up one at a time until just those shoulder blades are on the floor, heels are on the floor, toes are on the floor. Wiggle the toes. There you go, little smile, relax the jaw, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the glutes. This time on our inhale, we're gonna slowly release the middle spine down to the floor. Inhale, we pull that spine halfway down. Exhale, you squeeze those glutes and send those hips all the way back to the sky. So good. Inhale, bring that middle spine down to the floor, but the pelvis stays tucked. Exhale, push everything all the way up and away. So good. Let's do that for 8. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, push it all the way away. Good. For 7. 6. Good. Press those palms into the floor for 5. Engage those triceps. Keep those shoulders squeezed together for 4. Slight press to the back of the head into the floor for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Keep those palms on the floor. We're not going to hold our booty up with our hands. Got it. So good. If you want to, option to come high up onto the toes here. We're going to take another bridge here. Option to stay high on the toes. Option to keep those feet flat on the floor. If you're high up onto the toes, think about pressing into the ball of the big toe. Try not to rotate onto the pinky toe. Eyes are open, looking down at our kneecaps. Good. Inhale, release halfway down to the floor, just the middle spine. Exhale, push all the way up. Inhale, we go halfway down. There we go. Open up those eyes. Exhale, push all the way up. Good. Let's stay for 6. 5. That strength is starting to build. Maybe you're glistening just a little bit with some sweat for 4. Lean into that feeling that you're feeling right now for 3. I know, starting to shake, feeling so good. Last 2. Halfway down, exhale, push it all the way up. Last 1 here. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, push it all the way up. We're gonna stay lifted here, and we're gonna take a tiny pulse. So we squeeze the glutes, just a squeeze. squeeze, squeeze. The hips don't go up and down a whole lot. You feel it, but I can't see it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stay for 5, 4, squeeze the bottom of the glute. 3, 2, 1. Stay high here. Inhale, release the heels down to the ground. On your exhale, slowly release one vertebrae at a time. Your tailbone is the very, very, very last thing to touch. Let it touch down. So good. Then release those hips. Bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze here. Maybe you take a rock side to side. A little bit of a massage of that lower spine. It's amazing what we can do with our own bodies, how we can bring tension into our own body's strength, and then we can massage our own self as well here, just a little bit. Good, release that out, so strong. All right, I want everybody to bring their legs up into tabletop position. So those knees are gonna be just above the hips there, and those shins are gonna be nice and parallel to the floor. So it's as if I could come set my lunch plate on your shins and I could eat right off of there. A slight point to the toes here, and then we want to think about squeezing those thighs in towards one another. Those arms are going to go long down the body, pressing into the floor next to you. These look good. So a slight point to that toe, keeping those shins parallel to the body. These look really good. We're just going to inhale here and exhale. Think about pulling that belly button down to the spine. Feel that engagement with your back in the mat. Inhale one more time. Exhale, let it go. Powerful exhale through the mouth, not through the teeth, through the mouth. Slight constriction in the back of the throat. As you inhale, I want you to take your right leg, send it out to 45, just the right leg moves. Exhale, bring that right leg back to meet the left. Good. Inhale, right leg out to 45. Exhale, bring it back to tabletop. Good, let's stay there for 6. 5. Inhale long, exhale back, good. 4, inhale long, exhale back, so good. For 3, these look awesome, good. Last 2, elongate the back of the neck, tuck that chin down just a little bit. Last one here, right leg only, inhale long, exhale back to tabletop. Left leg, we're gonna inhale that left leg out to 45. Exhale, bring it back to tabletop to meet the right this time. Good, we stay there for 7. Inhale long. Exhale, tabletop. 6. 5. Shins stay at parallel. Don't let that right leg slide down. Last 4. Yes, you got it, you got it. Tuck that chin down just a little bit. Last 3. These look good. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Option to stay right there in tabletop and just hold those legs right where they are, or option to inhale, send both legs out to 45. Exhale, come back to tabletop. The option is yours. Inhale and exhale, stay right there, or inhale, legs go long. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Good. Inhale, keep both legs together, squeeze them together. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Let's stay there for 5. 4, you control how low your legs go. Last 3, you are in control of everything right here, right now. Last 2, arms press into the floor, palms pressing. Last 1. Good. Legs are in tabletop, they stay right there. Legs are squeezing together, slight point to the toes. Good. Arms, we're gonna take them, we're gonna shift them, and they're gonna go out into a T here. Good. Maybe say hi to your neighbor. Give a little love if you bump into him. It's okay. There we go. Legs are in tabletop. All right, we're gonna inhale here. Fill the lungs. Belly stays nice and contracted. On your exhale, slowly, carefully, you're gonna release those legs over to the right side of the mat. Keeping those knees together, together, together. That exhale drives the movement. This is for strength here. This is not a stretch, believe it or not. We're gonna take our eyes, we're gonna gaze over our left fingertips, and we're gonna take 2 breaths here in this position. Keep those knees together, glue them together. You can let them fall to the floor or you can hover. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, squeeze a little deeper through the core. One more, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. The inhale brings the eyes back up to the ceiling. The exhale drives the knees together, glued together, back up into tabletop. We inhale again here at the top. Exhale, slowly release those knees as they stay together over to the left side of your mat. Gaze goes over the right fingertips. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, get a little deeper. Squeeze the core, squeeze those obliques. They should be fired up, wide awake on this beautiful Sunday. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, brings the gaze back up to the ceiling. Exhale, drives those knees back up to center. Good, bring those knees back into the chest. Give yourself a big, big hug here. Rock it side to side if that feels good to you. Now I'm gonna give two options here. We can roll like a ball together up to a seated position, or you can transition in whatever way feels best for your body and we'll meet in a seated position here. Rolling like a ball looks like this. You take that right hand up over both of your knees stay together inside of both of your arms. The right hand reaches towards the left ankle, squeezing nice and low. The left hand grabs that right wrist. Squeeze those knees into the chest, keep a nice tight grip. Take that chin, tuck it to the chest, forehead thinks about reaching towards the kneecaps and stays there on the kneecaps. You inhale as without using your legs, you use your momentum in the core strength. Inhale back, exhale forward, inhale back, exhale forward. Bigger and bigger and bigger until you're all the way up in that seated position. Try not to kick those legs, try to let the core do the work here. So good for your spine. Another way to massage it out. Really good for the intercostal muscles, stretching out in between those rib cages in the back. Plant your hands on the floor in front of you. We're gonna meet in hands and knees. So we want those hands directly under those shoulders, knees directly below those hips. We're gonna take a couple cat-cow here, again, feeling the movement. Now cat-cow can be a stretch, certainly, but it's also a strength move. As we think about pushing that floor away, I want you to really think about contracting the belly, pulling the belly button up and in, really stretching it out. So we're gonna inhale, drop the belly down, head goes back, stretch out that front. Exhale, push the floor away from you. Exhale, exhale, exhale. As your spine is all the way arched, chin tucked, I want you to push a little bit more out, like somebody just tickled you from underneath or maybe punched you in the gut. That sounds so aggressive though, so I didn't want to go with that. But it's a good visual. Inhale, drop the belly down, head goes back. Exhale, push the floor away from you. And then a little bit more at the top. Oh, like somebody's, ooh, gotcha. All right, one more time. Inhale, drop belly down, head goes back. Exhale, push it all away from you. Really arch that spine. Ooh, tuck the pelvis under. Really good, like a beautiful rainbow there. Good, come back to a neutral spine. So neutral spine is, it's not arched, it's not flexed here. It's just what feels good for you. You feel nice and solid. That belly button is pulled up and in. You have a nice flat back maybe, if that's how your spine looks. Gazing at the top of your mat here. We're going to inhale as we take the left hand and the right leg and we extend them out nice and long. If that feels too much, you just take the left arm out without the right leg. Option here, option here. Inhale, exhale, just hold here. Pull that belly button up and in. Think about pushing the floor away from you. Inhale again. Exhale as you drive left elbow to right knee. They kiss underneath you. And then inhale nice and long. But a nice flat spine. The belly doesn't drop down here. We go from flat to a slight arch, but we never go into that cow position. Exhale, drive elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Oh, these look good. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, long. Option to keep that right knee on the floor, and you inhale. And exhale, just that bringing that left arm in. Good, let's stay for 3. 2, exhale, they kiss. Inhale, nice and long, like somebody's pulling you from front to back. Last one, exhale, they meet. Inhale, go nice and long. Beautiful. Take that left hand and right knee, place it on the floor. Let's do one cat-cow here just to release it out and find that neutral spine again. Inhale, drop belly down, head back. Exhale, push it all away. Back into neutral spine here. This time we're gonna take that right hand and the left leg, we're gonna go out nice and long. Inhale to go long. We're gonna hold here for one breath as we find our balance. Pull that belly button up and in, gazing at the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Fill the lungs only. Belly stays nice and contracted. On your next exhale, elbow and knee meet. And then you inhale to go nice and long again. Keep that weight shifted forward. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, go nice and long. These look good. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Let's stay there for 3, 2. Last one. Good. Take that hand planted on the floor, knee plants on the floor. Option here, we can stay here in tabletop and you can just breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Option here, we hold a nice, beautiful high plank for 30 seconds to finish out class. Come on, we got it. Let's do it. Step that right leg back, left leg back. Step the other leg back to meet it. We're meeting in a high plank. Ooh, so good. Take those fingertips, make them nice and big. Spread them out nice and wide. Think about squeezing your booty so tight. Shift the weight forward just a little teeny bit so that we get on those toes. Separate the collarbone. Get this chest nice and wide. Gaze up, top of your mat. You got it. These look so good. Squeeze the booty. Good. We take 3 breaths all together. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here. Inhale. I see some shaking. That's so good. Exhale. Slowly, carefully release your knees down to the mat. Option to take a child's pose here if you want. You can sit those hips back. You can let the forehead rest on the floor. Take a moment, take a breath. One more breath here. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale. We're gonna shift that weight forward. We're gonna come back into hands and knees, and we're gonna take another cat-cow here. Inhale, drops the belly down, head goes back. Exhale, push it all the way, and a little bit more contraction there at the top. One more, inhale, drop belly down, head back. Exhale, push it all the way. You all get just a little bit extra here as Brooke is still passing some blocks and everything out that you need for the next section. So let's do some side work while we let her continue to get ready. Take those knees back, and then you're just gonna slowly lower yourself down to the floor. Everybody's looking at Brooke like, come on, hurry up, be our savior. No, I'm just kidding.
I said you can take a break if you want, that's why.
We're gonna shift over to our right side. We're gonna place our left forearm on the floor. Now I want you to think about pushing the floor away from you. Nice and strong. We're gonna think about keeping that nice straight spine. Even though we're side-lying, we still wanna have a nice straight spine. So think about lifting that left oblique, engaging that left oblique here. Our knees are gonna come to 90-degree angles. Our feet are gonna be directly below our spine here. So we want our feet in line, the heels in line with our spine. So we don't want our feet behind our body, and we don't want our feet in front of the body. So just down from the spine, so good. That hand can either be on that right hip if that feels good to you. Option to get a little bit more out of the pose, you can take that hand and press it to the back of the head. Just as we do in a bridge series when we're on our back, we're gonna think about pressing the back of the head into the hand. That's gonna engage those back muscles just a little bit more for a little added something. As you exhale, you're gonna peel that right knee off of the left knee, opening up that hip. Inhale, bring it back down. So we're working that right outer glute here. Exhale, it peels up. You squeeze the outer glute. Inhale, it comes back down to meet the other. Exhale, peels up, squeeze the feet, stay together though. Inhale, come back down. We stay for 5. Yeah. We have 4. Exhale, peel it up. Inhale, maybe take a peek at yourself in the mirror, making sure that that right hip stays stacked above the left and it doesn't fall down. Last 3 here. Last 2, exhale, it peels off. Inhale, comes back down. Last 1. Slowly, carefully, I want you to take your right hand, press it in front of you here, and you're gonna roll yourself onto the belly, and then you're gonna roll yourself over to the right hip, and we're gonna get a line for that same flow on right side. So those feet are just down from the spine, knees are at 90 degrees. We're thinking about pushing that floor away from you with that right elbow, thinking about engaging that right oblique. Take that hand, you can press it to the back of your head if you'd like, or you can keep it on that hip. We have 8 count here. Exhale as you peel that knee off of the right. Open up nice and wide as you can. Inhale, lower it back down. Taking all of your attention right now for 7 to that left glute, squeezing that left glute for 6. We have 5. Really think about engaging that right oblique, pushing that floor away from you. Last 4. Last 3, 2, last 1. Squeeze left oblique, let it release down. Carefully, you're gonna take that left hand, you're gonna place it on the floor. You're gonna shift yourself so that you're back in that hands and knees, and then I want you to sit back on your booty. Roll those shoulder blades up the back, down the back there. Think about pulling that neck back just a little bit. We want our ears on top of our shoulders, on top of our hips. One more inhale in the Pilates breath, inhaling into the sides of the lungs. Exhale, let it go. This next breath, I want you to think about filling the belly. This should feel really good. Make it as big as you want to. Inhale, fill the belly.